This is our final performance, so it's been a whirlwind. Last couple of months, for those of you who were involved or parents or friends, relatives connected with anyone involved with the show, you know how tirelessly everyone's been working. And all I have to say is if you're not aware of it, you have some extremely talented young people, and I'm privileged to be working with them. They're very, very excited about this final performance, especially since it's being taped for history, and you all the live studio audience. So, in a few moments we will be starting. I did want to mention that during the show we will be having an intermission. The intermission will be between scenes 2-1 and scenes 2-2, approximately 15 minutes. At that time, concession stands will be open. Please feel free to use the restrooms. Also, some of our lovely ushers and usherettes will be walking around collecting for a 50-50 raffle. So if you have a bill and you put your name on it and throw it in, they will be picking a winner, and the winner will get half of the collection. So please give often. We're not like the Tampa Bay Rays, but we got a couple of dollars so far the last few shows. So we thank you in advance. Now, I ask you to sit back, relax, enjoy our production of Tim Kelly's The Buttler Did It.
Looks like another day for foul weather. The storm is brewing. I can feel my bad toe. They're almost here, Miss Maple! The boat goes down the landing! Must you shout, Harrison? No one in this house is dead. That I know of. Oh, it's you, Miss Nosborough. Thought it was Miss Maple. Heard her coming down the stairs. She'll be along directly. Can you see if we can have them over on the road? Not at this distance. The fog's rolling. Miss Maple said that they would all come, though. Did she? New act? Never mind about this hat box. I need to get jiggled up. I was only asking. You tend to your duties and I'll tend to mine. You tend to your duties and I'll tend to mine. Haversham, have my guests arrived? Don't blame me, Miss Maple. I think they're all here. One of them will fail to show up. I guarantee it. You don't even know them. You mustn't say I don't know them. I know them quite well. Miss Asbury said you'd be strangers to one another. In one sense, that is correct. In another sense, that is erroneous. I do wish you would sniffle. It's quite distracting. Yes, ma'am. And at dinner time, please don't wipe your nose on your apron. Yeah, ma'am. What's the matter with your uniform? What do you mean? It looks large enough for half a dozen people. Can't you take it in? Would do no good. No matter what I put on, they'll make a hair sack. Maybe if you didn't sniffle, perhaps no one would notice the uniforms. Yes, ma'am. Where's Rita? I'm right here, Miss Maple. You started with me. You do have a habit of creeping up like poison ivy. Haversham, you're forgetting yourself. Where's the guest list, Rita? I seem to have misplaced it. On the desk, Miss Maple. Most logical place. No wonder I didn't think of it. You're sure you'll be able to handle it, Kitchen? There'll be no trouble. Mother can help arrive from San Francisco. The agency said we can expect them later this evening. It was the best they could do. We'll manage. The list, Rita? Beg your pardon, Miss Maple. I'm not very sure I understand. Understood what? You said that you wouldn't guess we're strangers, yet they're not? I mean, I know them by their writings. I don't expect Haversham to read the field. Surely you've read a mystery or two. Can't say that I have. I like gothic romances, stories about nursing love doctors. Wonder why I don't do a horror comic. The cover's boring enough. Merciful heaven, ladies, please. I insist on decorum at all times. Of course. Whatever you say, ma'am. I do suspect they know of my little project. Few mystery writers don't, despite all the secrecy. Little project? It's no concern of yours. No, ma'am. Just see that the biscuits are warm in the shared room temperature. Yes, ma'am. Let me see. We have Louis Fan, the famous Oriental detective. Sister White, she uses the psychological approach. Peter Flimsy, he's very much in the Sherlock Holmes school. He's a student! Haversham, you're quite hopeless. I expect I am. Run down to the beach and guide them up. Jewish help her hurry up and get here. Do you really think Haversham is suited for this work? I promised the parole people I would give her a home. We must be patient with her. Parole people? You mean she's an ex-convict? I mean, she's still a convict. Still a convict. Rita, stop repeating everything I say. You're starting to sound like a minor bird. The truth is simple enough. She's on a work program. Work program? Sorry. If she works out well, her sentence is reduced, and she's put on permanent parole. Much will depend on my report. What was her crime? I don't recall exactly. Some unpleasantness with a hatchet, I believe. Unpleasantness with a hatchet? Rita, compose yourself. There will be quite enough melodrama when my guests arrive. Chandler Marlowe. Now there's a man to reckon with. Seedy, down and out, but intelligent in a rudish sort of way. A true male chauvinist. I wish I'd known about Havisham before this. I took the job. She doesn't like me, you know. And Rick and Laura Carlisle, what a witty couple. So sophisticated, so urbane. I'll adore their company. Unpleasantness with the hatchet? That could mean almost anything. What if the storm's as bad as the one last week? We were cut off for 2 days. We're well stocked with foodstuffs. Don't worry. I must say, I did have second thoughts on inviting Charity Hayes. A bit too much like James Bond for my liking. Still, she's a superb bridge player. All in all, a delightful menage. Havisham waiting like you got a pop with Storm. I recall that name. A famous cake. Oh, come on. They've arrived. Ah, you must be Mrs. Maple. I'm not Miss Maple. I'm Miss Maple. I know you anyway. Delighted. You must be Sister White. How did you guess? Hardly a guess. Your crucifix.
First rule of psychological detection, disregard the obvious. Concentrate on the possible. I remove that in disguise.
Touché. You're a master. My social secretary and companion, Miss Islesborough. Welcome to Turkey Island.
To the best of my knowledge, only one other island in history has been called Turkey Island. A battle was fought there in the ancient BC. 4th century BC. Spartans versus Maltese.
I don't think there's any connection. This island used to be a turkey farm. Oh. Please be seated, sharing warm biscuits shortly. I wonder who this would be.
Take a look at this thin nose, these gray eyes, this jawstone. It ain't terrible.
No, it ain't. You're a wonder, Mr. Marlowe. Your dialogue's infectious.
I know.
My social secretary and companion, Miss Islesborough.
I need to do some speak.
Welcome to Turkey Island. Please be seated, sharing warm biscuits shortly. Unmistakably, Mr. Fan.
First rule of ease detection, disregard the obvious. Might be Lord Carlisle and Dragon.
My social secretary and companion.
No need. I overheard on the balcony. Welcome to Turkey Island. Most unusual portrait.
How could you two accept my invitation? I know you anywhere, Mr. and Mrs. Carlisle.
Not necessarily. They could be the cook and helper you were expecting.
We're going to have such a good time. You brought your little dog.
We couldn't take along our real bow wow.
Get seasick.
I said to Laura, who would realize it's Ricky Laura without their little pooch Napoleon? Almost anyone.
Please be seated, sharing warm biscuits shortly. Welcome, Mr. Lindsay. Delighted to have you on Turkey Island.
I could hardly resist a weekend at any establishment with the name Ravenswood Manor. Conjures up pictures of the English moors, dark, brooding, mysterious.
Ooh, you talk the way you write. Splendid. My spinal fluid has turned to frost.
He's a continental gentleman, Laura.
One of a vanishing breed, Rick.
Don't like sanitary mist. Damn snuffles. I detected you Miss Charm of Chandler Marlowe. Parker here, Flimsy. Are we all here?
I believe so. No, Miss Maple.
There's one more.
One more?
Charity Hayes.
Oh, yes, of course. How could I forget? Come in, Charity. Charity, come in.
Charity Hayes, some woman. Come on in, baby.
I don't think my symptoms cleared up, Miss Maple. I think I'm coming down or something. Where's Charity Hayes? Who? The other lady on the boat?
She wasn't with us on the boat. We assumed she arrived earlier.
I've never had an invitation of mine ignored. I'm sure she'll come on unless the storm blows up. Havisham, fetch the refreshments. Yes, ma'am. I thought we'd all just snack at 2 different times. I hope you all like blue cheese fondue. I'll go prepare it upstairs. Thank you.
Interesting woman, that Miss Islesborough. She been here for long.
Barely a month. Why do you ask?
When the moment is ripe, I shall harvest my deduction.
No need to act so mysterious, Mr. Chan. Fan.
Are we gonna sit around and chew the fat?
Tell that to the blue cheese fondue.
Let's chew the fat.
Please, dear guests. We mustn't get off the subject. There are ground rules. I am concerned about the storm. There's no need to worry.
What was that?
Miss Mabel, Miss Mabel, Miss Mabel, Miss Mabel, Miss
wrong
Mabel,
with you?
Miss Mabel, Miss Mabel.
She got problems. She advertised the pancake straw.
Havisham! Get a hold of yourself. She's hysterical. I don't find anything funny in her condition. Haversham, deep breath. Another. Wow.
Why did you scream like that?
It's the only way I know how to scream. I mean, what frightened you? I saw a face at the window.
Face at the window?
I don't think I can describe him. He had his nose pressed up against the window. That's what you get for reading poems before he covers. It was probably the man from the road. No, I recognize him.
Or perhaps it was the peeping Tom.
Ravenswood Manor is unsuitable terrain. Nobody lives here except myself, Haversham, and Rita. Storms always frighten Haversham. No refreshments? Yes, ma'am.
How long has Haversham worked for you?
Not long. Why do you ask?
I seem to recall the face.
It's not when you forget in a hurry, especially not dressed.
Your attention, please. I will go over the ground rules, and then we shall proceed with our charade. If you don't know me personally, which none of you do, you should know of my reputation for amusing me at parties. I am known as an outstanding hostess with a fine imagination for all that is unique and bizarre. You've all done so well so far.
You couldn't tell us from our literary counterparts?
No, that's what makes it so charming. However, I insist that you keep up the charade at all times. I'll be watching and listening. If the weekend turns out the way I planned, you will all receive news that will benefit you financially. I trust you're all willing to play along?
Of course.
Why not?
Sounds
Yes.
like fun.
I'm with you, sister, all the way.
You're a rare customer, Chandler.
I like to think myself as well done.
What's her game?
You cannot be serious.
Rick is always serious when he hears the words financially.
Money like sweet-smelling flowers attracts the bumblebees.
You call us bumblebees?
It sure fits.
Bumblebees don't wear shoes.
A figure of speech channel. Dreadful syntax for colorful, typical of Beyonce music. Louisville.
May I ask something?
Be my guest, sister.
Why are we all talking like this? Miss Maple is out of the room.
How do you mean?
We can relax, be ourselves, talk normally.
I am talking like this, the way I always talk.
White. I bring this crucifix, but my speech is my own.
Man who loses identity seldom finds himself.
Whatever that means.
Flo and I aren't any different here than we are home in our fashionable East Side Manhattan apartment. Right, Napoleon?
This paper is the most enterprising one. And revolting news. Filthy rich. Do you want to not scout on a famous party list? Oh, line to line. I'll enjoy it.
Most generous.
Sure, the old Maple stand spares for a week in hospitals, but the way I hear it, she's gonna open up a new chain of bookstores.
Bookstores.
Detective bookstores.
Detective bookstores.
Of course, none of you knew about that. Did you? We're all here for the same reason. And it ain't to sample blue cheese fondue.
Forget the fondue.
That won't be easy.
So, you say we're all here to win Miss Maple's favor.
Thus ensuring our detective novels are placed on the shelves, as it were.
That's the name of the game.
Well, what of it? I don't imagine the charity Hayes' books are going to be on Miss Maple's shelves. Business is business, and if Miss Maple wants to play games before placing orders with the publishers, I say, why not?
Bravo. I imagine you're glad about this. Most of your books are out of print.
If you weren't a woman of the cloth, I'd have quite a few choice words for you.
Louis' books aren't doing much better. Even the nostalgic book club's breaking down.
Beware the dragon's wrath.
No, I think Dragon might use your book sales.
This is no way to start the weekend. This should be a light and happy occasion. How about some music?
Good idea. I'll get something. You know, the static will be heavy. The storm could cause interference.
We interrupt this program of light chamber music to bring you a special bulletin. A dangerous murderer has escaped from the Marin County Institute for the Criminally Insane. Known only as the Killer of 40 Faces, the prisoner seized a rowboat at dawn and was last seen heading into a fog bank on the approach to Turkey Island. Now, back to our Mozart concerto.
Can it be true?
What about the mysterious face the maid saw out the window?
40 faces. There's master disguise.
Sugar and biscuits.
My congratulations, Miss Maple.
Haversham.
Just smell the rest.
What were you saying?
My congratulations, Miss Maple.
On what?
Classic touch. I've used it several times in my own novels.
Isolated house on a lonely island, and then radio or television flash. Mad killer on the prowl.
Too clever for me, but I did think it was amusing.
Bravo! Wonderful!
Switching that to my favorite. Too kind, too kind. It's not easy to fool Detective Rivers. Haversham, certainly Sherry.
Let's hear it again.
By all means, it was most amusing.
Here goes.
I accuse.
Oh dear, that's not it.
I accuse.
Laura, get it how you had it last time.
It's all there is.
Step back from the console.
Oh.
Chandler Marlowe.
Me?
Chandler Marlowe, I accuse you of a foul crime. You cannot escape your past.
Foul crime.
It's a guy, I tell you. Right, sister?
Louis Fan, remember that night in Shanghai? I accuse you of treachery.
I've never visited the illustrious city of Shanghai.
Rick and Laura Carlyle, what does the name Tulip mean to you both?
Tulip. Tulip.
I think I recognize that voice.
Sister White, why are you really here at Ravenswood Manor?
I was invited.
I accuse you of sinister motives and shaming your calling.
It seems you've all been up to some mischief.
Peter Flimsy, what actually happened on the cricket field at Eton?
I haven't been in years.
I accuse you of dishonor.
Should I set up the biscuit? Hold your tongue. You trying to be funny?
Charity Hayes, I accuse you of murder.
Murder? I don't know anything about murder. What are you looking at me for? I'm not Cherry Hayes.
You have heard the accusations. You cannot escape. You will be punished. Miss Maple,
Yes?
what is the real secret of Ravenswood Manor?
Is that all?
That is all.
Oh, it's weird.
I can't get anything. It's all static.
You've really outdone yourself this time, Miss Maple.
Very original.
Effective, theatrical, once again, classic. I myself was the boy in my bestseller, Crime at Coffin Court.
Respectful. Submit my title serialized in several popular magazines. Crime is a puzzlement.
I used the gimmick in Martin Mops Up.
I used it in Where at Masquerade.
Laura and I employed the accusing record player in our clever and sophisticated Manhattan murders.
I think I'd like to go to my room now.
Sounds sensible. Could do with a slap of aftershave.
Like the way sister.
Are you speaking to me? Oh yeah, of course you're speaking to me. I forgot about our little charade for the moment. Right down that way into the rain. Your name is on your door.
They,
Most delightful interlude, honorable hostess.
Thank you, Mr. Rhoda.
Van.
What? His name is Van. Oh. Sorry.
May I present a question?
Please do.
Van and portrait. Honorable ancestor.
Yes, my father, yeah.
His name, please.
Mr. Maple.
Most compelling face of your father. Please be excused.
Who put that last tape on? I thought you did. Don't be foolish. My tape was the first tape. They were scared of your guess. Notice that too? I tried to cover it up, but I know we're both scared people when I see one. Where is Rita when I need her?
I'm right here, Miss Maple.
Why didn't you tell me about the tape?
You know the machine?
No, the one accusing my guests of foul crimes. Oh, I don't know anything about that. We're in for a rough time with the storm. The lights might go out. What's in that hat box, Rita? Why do you so often carry that hat box?
Well, I gotta check on the supplies on the motorboat. Unload the dock.
She's acting strangely.
What weird costume, Miss Maple? I bet you she put it on the newspaper. I'll keep an eye on her. How are you?
Well, you're not me. Come along. I want to check on the pot too. Yes, ma'am.
Anyone say something about biscuits and sharing? Anyone about?
Oh, I didn't know you were downstairs, Mr. Carlisle.
I came down a moment ago. You been outside?
Yes, I was just there, but the rain is heavily and the wind is up.
It's the hat box.
What would you expect to find in a hat box? Sir,
Strange lady. Whoa. Poison! I've been poisoned! Dying! 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 Dead!
she's right out.
What's happening?
Sound like Kurt Carlisle.
It did sound like Rick.
Most curious.
What is?
One biscuit missing, one glass of sherry gone.
That's unusual.
We heard a scream.
All the way to the kitchen.
Perhaps you can enlighten us, Miss Maple.
On what?
Absent glass of sherry and missing biscuit.
Who's he?
Louis Van, a well-known Oriental detective.
Not him. Him.
It's Rick.
Is he dead?
Dead.
How dead?
How dead can you get?
First of all, you said we don't be punished.
Now what?
I figured we fell off the mantle.
I think I understand. Most placid. After each of us is punished, a figurine will fall from the mantle. 9 in this room, 9 figurines on the mantle.
3.
Explain, please.
There are 9 figures on the mantle. There are only 3.
Only 3. Must readjust deduction.
Who's this on me, Chandler? This isn't turning out as the way I wanted it to.
Me? Means murder, Miss Maple.
Murder?
Murder on Turkey Island. Hey, Flimsy! Flimsy!
Chandler, this is no time to be walking about outside. You'll catch something.
The only thing I want to catch is the killer.
I'm quite sure the poor fellow's dead.
The killer?
Rick.
Flimsy was just on the table down the one. He's still dead. The dead don't walk.
I think Miss Maple's little charade has taken a nasty turn. You're used to climbing the streets, though, aren't you?
Suits my beat. Fancy dogs like Raiders on man are a bit rich for my kind.
Am I intruding?
No, my dear, please, do join us.
Don't get up.
Yeah, you sleep, baby?
Dropped off the minute my head hit the pillow.
Reef does that.
Chandler, you're all wet.
The dog's almost gone. The storm's all gone. If the cook can help her get here, my name ain't Chandler Marlowe.
Raymond, isn't Chandler Marlowe? I mean, really.
You're essential for details, sister.
I suppose you're all wondering why I've taken Rick's demise so lightly.
Yeah, they definitely used a box of favorites on the waterworks.
Truth of the matter is, Rick and I have been estranged for some time. Would you like to hear about it?
Not really, my dear. Domestic troubles are quite my complication. World of crop and all that.
Personal things should talk personal. I ought to know. I look for the peoples.
If you insist. He was interested in another woman. Or perhaps, more correctly, another woman was interested in him.
Did you know the creature?
Rick or the other woman.
The other ones.
Well, in a way, I had a private investigator investigate her.
What sort of person was she?
Fascinating, I suppose, but unscrupulous. Her name was Maple Dupree.
What's her name now?
What are you talking about?
You said her name was Baby Fruit. What is it now?
That's a stupid question, Chandler.
Let's hear a stupid answer.
A leopard doesn't change its spots. I imagine her name is still Maple Dupree.
Would my investigator come on?
Well, it's nothing. She moves around, never stays long in one place. He did find one thing of interest.
Oh,
She had a violent temper.
Sounds like my kind of woman.
I can see the attraction. Mabel Dupree the Flame, Rick Carlisle the Moth.
Only he got burned. Yeah.
Classic tragedy.
I love that man of mine. He'd be by my side today if it weren't for that vampire.
Speaking of vampires, Miss Maple's library is a fine collection of Victorian novels. Some are quite foolish.
Not your type of stuff. You sort of covered the pavement.
Do tell me, baby. Do you think she had anything to do with your husband's murder?
Miss Maple?
Miss Dupree.
A woman like that is capable of anything. I never set my eyes on her either. Because, I remember, I gave him her voice.
When? Where?
In my contemporary Manhattan apartment, weeks ago before the invitation arrived. The phone rang, I answered. The operator said, person of person call from Mabel Dupree for Rick Carlisle. Then I heard her voice.
What she said.
She said, hello.
And what did you say?
I said, if you know what's good for you, you'll never try to contact my husband again or else.
Or else what?
I'd rather not say.
This is all so distressing. Fun and games are one thing, but murder is quite another.
Where ain't the calling me?
Chandler, you're all wet.
I've been outside.
Obviously. What are we going to do?
Telephone anywhere on the island?
None. No wireless or citizen plans either.
Essentially. No boat's gonna get here till daylight.
What about poor Rick?
He's down on the wine cellar. He's sleeping. He'll stay there.
Obviously, he's dead. Yeah, well.
Flimsy, I thought you were giving me a hand outside. For all we know, the killer's still prowling around, waiting for another target.
We may strike again.
Divorce, female is the deadly species.
Chandler.
Don't say it, or keep me nice.
Your son would resort to brute force.
It's been the secret of my success.
Where's Louis Fan?
I don't know.
If brute force were all, Tiger would not feel spoken.
There you go again, talking about boats.
Mr. Moto, please tell me you have some news that will shed light on this terrible affair at Ravenswood Manor.
Fan.
What?
His name was Van. You said Moto.
Did I? That's peculiar.
Please to enter.
Have to study something.
Please remain seated, Miss Maple. We'll present the name and murder of once semi-famous Rick Carlisle.
But how?
Who?
Possible.
Patience. All will be revealed.
Well, I have a feeling, Mr. Wong, that the murderer's name will begin with the letter M.
Fan.
What?
His name is Fan. You called him Wong.
I didn't say it was wrong. I said the murderer's name would begin with the letter M.
Not wrong. Wrong.
This is getting us nowhere. I do hope the suspense will last.
Louis, you had a point?
Let's get Choo Choo back on track. The clue was in the recording. Killer knew each of us intimately.
If you mean the accusations, I know nothing of what the fellow was talking about. I am only here because I was invited.
Killer hates detective mystery writers. Shall now name murderer. You, and you are murderer.
Miss Maple's father?
Correction. That's his portrait to famed historian Ludwig Flush.
There's Ludwig Flush when he was harmed.
Early in his career, Ludwig Flush wrote detective novels under pen name Antonia Cheddar. Failed miserably, turned psychotic, and devoted life to that of ancient history.
You mean sense of frustration so fierce that he punished successful detective murders?
Do you have any proof?
Ludwig Flush could not be the face at the window. Ludwig Flush confined to wheelchairs with advancing age. Have proof.
Well, I wonder what this will be.
I wonder.
This is all so interesting. This not turning out as what was.
Behold, incriminating evidence.
A wheelchair? I don't see what that proves.
Miss Maple, why you lie? Why you say man in portrait was dishonorable father?
I had no idea it would come to this.
You mean Ludwig Flush is your father?
I don't mean anything of the sort. I don't know any deranged person by the name of Ludwig Flush.
But portrait.
If you must know, there's a hole in that wall. The portrait fit perfectly, so I used it for covering.
Where did you get the portrait?
Where do I get all my interesting pieces? At a garage sale.
Garage sale. But wheelchair.
Maybe this will help. What's written there?
What does it say, kid?
Property of the United States Coast Guard.
Coast Guard?
If found, please contact the nearest Federal Lighthouse Station.
If it doesn't belong to Lemon Flush, how did it end up here?
All sorts of flotsam and jetsam washes up on the beach. We keep it in the cellars, but obviously Mr. Fan thought that taking it upstairs could aid his ridiculous theory.
Must reconstruct deduction. Motion in case.
Haversham, get that out of you. Yes, ma'am.
I don't think one of the windows will break open. It could damage the expensive oriental.
Expensive? You can pick up Louis Fan paperback for 2 bits. I mean the carpet. It's rare. So are you, baby.
Go along, and take your hat box with you. You seem to be leaving here about. Does anyone else have anything to say?
That is as dumb as that.
Rick Carlisle was killed neither killed by the sheriff or the pastry.
We all saw the half-empty glass and half-eaten biscuit.
Stand if you would, Miss Maple.
Of course.
You were saying something, Plumsy?
Sherlock Holmes at his best.
Magnifying glasses have become quite sophisticated since the times of John and Fall and hands of crabs. For example, this one can magnify 20 times and identify odors.
Amazing.
One shouldn't get caught up in rumors. It's a capital mistake to theorize before having all the evidence. If you look here, you'll see what I mean. See?
Why? It looks like a little needle.
Correct.
Let me give a look.
Mr. Carlisle was killed by a poisoned dart.
Dart.
I discovered the dart nearly an hour ago. Since it entered the body at nearly a straight angle, I surmised it came from the portrait, whereas Miss Maple explained the whole of the wall.
I do see something. One eyeball is missing.
We're up against a clever killer. Either clever or mad. How do we know some lunatic didn't get wind of the speaker party and decide I'm a murderous lark?
You're allowing your imagination to run wild, my dear.
Am I? Do you realize you were sitting in that chair? Good heavens! I could have been scratched!
Try and explain yourself about that one, Flimsy.
I analyzed the poison and returned the miniature weapon for the purpose of recreating the murder method. Without its poison, it's harmless.
I'll give it to you, Flimsy. You're no man's fool. But I still have an idea. You know what case that?
I'm ready.
Let's go.
I'm terrified. What man could have done such a thing?
Don't forget, Miss Maples. Poison is a woman's weapon.
Come on, Flimsy.
I should see to matters in the kitchen, but I'm frightened of every shadow.
Will provide my humble protection.
Thank you, Dan. I appreciate that.
The name is Van. I will do this.
Don't you best we stick together? You mean 60 numbers? Precisely. I don't see how that will protect us from flying darts covered in poison.
You must admit, this killer's a villain of imagination. No pistol shots for this chap.
Then you're convinced the killer's a male?
A rogue male, perhaps.
The theory is correct that it could be anyone.
Laura.
It's or Peter Flimsy, or Chandler Marlowe, or Louis Fan.
Laura, calm yourself.
Stay away from me! There must be a Buttler Did It here somewhere.
Miss Carlisle, I thought I heard you talking to somebody.
I do the one I'm nervous.
Would you like a sedative? You must be exhausted.
Sleep is the last thing I want. At least when I'm awake, I know I'm alive.
Poor Miss Maples, you are not having a fun weekend.
It was a raging success. It had a macabre sense of humor.
Can I confide in something?
About
Haversham.
what's wrong with her?
She's on parole for complicitness with a hatchet.
Haversham?
Gotcha.
Of course, I recall the case.
Be offer.
I appreciate you telling me. Rita, don't forget your hat box. What's that? There's a helicopter overhead. Helicopter? Undoubtedly the police. We're saved. Saved.
Let's see the lights through the fog.
They're dropping someone down in this one.
I see a ladder. Wait, ladder? You mean you're jumping someone down in this weather?
That would be insane.
Who would be foolhardy enough to descend to a house of murder?
Charity Hayes, that's who.
Charity, baby! We're riding together again. Shall we follow? Mardi Gras?
Charity Hayes isn't your ordinary face in the crowd.
I don't understand. Helicopter?
I missed the boat. This may be ungracious of me, but I could do with a hot bath. I'll go prepare one upstairs.
Thank you, Rita. I'm your hostess. And that's Mr. Louis Fan, and that's Peter Flinson, and that's...
Hold introductions till after I've had my bath.
Of course, my dear. Right this way. I'm so glad you've arrived. You really live up to your reputation.
Don't suppose I could get a glass of sherry and a biscuit?
What a woman! Package of dynamite!
Remarkable young woman.
Exceptional.
What's the matter with you, Laura?
That voice. That voice. I know it anywhere. Maple Dupree!
You say you knew Charity from the past?
No down the in.
Louisiana, how romantic.
Capture so money. Got milled over. Done.
I must say, I'm terribly disappointed in Louis. All that business about Ludwig Flush in the wheelchair. At least the hero of his books isn't so dense.
Never read much of it. Too soft. I like my friend hardcore.
Murder is not an egg, Chandler.
That egg stinks and so does murder. It's the murder. It's it stinks.
I had Rita throw an embroidered vegetable over poor Mr. Carlyle. Thought it was the least I could do.
You're a gracious dog.
I can be gracious and I can be resolute.
I feel like a human being again thanks to that hot tub.
You look like a human being, baby. Not kind of human being.
Chandler says that you two met in Louisiana.
At Mardi Gras.
How romantic.
I didn't think so. The weather was muggy and I got milled on my platforms.
Mr. Fan made some preposterous deductions that did nothing but cloud the issue.
Everyone seems to be taking the murder calmly. I'm not taking it calmly. I've been down in the wine cellar.
What of it?
There's a body down there.
Naturally, there's a body down there.
Or unnaturally.
For Carlyle.
He's dead.
He won't get any dinner.
You don't understand. He's really dead. That was all part of the game. All part of the charade. I expected him to show up later and tell us it was all a joke.
Murder is never a joke.
I'm distraught. Fun and games are one thing.
Yeah, we know. Murder's something else.
I like realism as well as fantasy, but I trust you don't believe I'd stoop so low as to create some murder.
I don't know what to believe anymore.
Can't see things. Bugs like black ink.
Be murdered.
What's the matter with her?
It's just got to her that the corpse in the wine cellar is a corpse.
Real murder!
It's the worst kind. Incurable.
See, looks like a gathering of a castle of war.
I would like to apologize, and I want you to know that I would never want to stoop so low as to engineer this misfortune. It's not your fault. That's the point I wish to emphasize exactly. I don't want anyone to believe, like I said before, that I would engineer this total misfortune and this complete murder.
Well, where are the others?
I'm not sure. Yeah, wait, where's Laura?
When honorable hostess requests, honorable guest complies.
Do shut up!
I heard Laura had a bit of a shock.
Shock?
Well, her husband was murdered.
She took that standing up. I don't mean her husband.
I'm asking others to join me. I do wish they'd get here.
She means even recipients.
Oh, you're here. Come.
I'll sit over here.
As you wish. Well, I would just like to say that I will not have my party ruined by some deranged killer whose motive or motives are yet unrevealed. I will not bow down to any sinister force. Nothing will change. The charade will continue. I want the killer found so he can be punished. Murder is one thing, but the ruination of a weekend party at Ravenswood Manor is quite another. And I don't suspect any of you would want the police on this case.
Not well.
Because the police would only follow the case. Besides, Mr. Flimsy has already shown remarkable talent in deduction.
I've been prowling around on the scent.
A great deal of faith in us, Miss Maple.
Who? I've already explained my theory. Detective story writers often create sleuths like themselves.
Only more so.
Exactly. I've invited you here because you're the best in your field. Prove it. Find the gatecrasher and let his apprehension be a warning to all other social bores.
I wouldn't call a murderer a social bore.
Most of the bore would do such a thing.
At least we can get a pretty good yarn on this.
Yarn?
A book. I gotta tell her. Murder walks the fog.
Island of evil.
Mystery in San Francisco Bay.
A corpse in the wine cellar. Mad weekend.
The sooner the beast is caught, we can hand the fellow over to the police for a minimum of publicity.
Publicity like door. Works both ways.
Then we're agreed. We will not bow down to the intruder. The charade continues. Yeah. However,
Yes.
to assure you that I'm not frivolous in my desire to catch this monster, I will award an honorarium to whoever can catch him.
How much?
$1 million.
$1 million?
You have until sunrise.
I think she means it.
She means it.
Well, if I find the killer, I won't be averse to publicity. No, your kind never is. My kind? Why are we all standing around here talking? There's the killer. She's the one. Mabel Dupree.
Mabel who? What? Calm down. That's not Dupree Day. That's Charity Hayes.
Don't let that phony wig fool you. It's Mabel, I tell you.
Maple?
Mabel?
Laura, you're making a mistake.
Take off that wig! You're stupid! You all wrapped up my mouth! Do something! I will let it be screwed! It's my overhair, you idiot!
Jeez. Oh, calm down.
Thank you, Charity. I needed that.
What was that?
You'll have to forgive her. She's not herself.
She mistook you for arch rival, infamous Mabel Dupree.
Well,
I think we should lay out a plan of action. I have an idea. Me and Charity will tackle the wine cellar and figure out what's going on down there. Starts with you, Sister Wine, and Louie go upstairs with a fine toothpick.
Do not possess such an article. It is a small joke.
If it was a big joke, it wouldn't be any funny.
Wait a minute. What about me?
I'll take Laura outside with me.
Is that wise?
Just keep thinking about that $1 million.
Let's go outside.
Come on, Louie.
You lead
Sorry
the
about
follow.
the wig.
Let's like scout. Charity, baby, you were.
I wanted to put an Afghan. I put them in the bedrooms too. Yes, it's chilly.
Charity, baby, you were together man.
Keep your mind on your work, Chandler. Ravenswood Manor is not Mardi Gras.
Come on, Charity. A hug and a kiss for old time's sake.
Which way is the wine cellar?
Down that way. Come on, Charity, you're all puckered up. A hug and a kiss for old time's sake. You call that a kiss?
I ain't no lover girl.
You!
Who do you expect?
Where's Charity?
Down the hall. She's not in the wine cellar. She won't get in.
Why not?
I locked it.
Well, you can unlock it.
She's by the door.
Come on, have a sham.
Haversham. Haversham. Anybody about? I was reading all my nerves. I shall never forget the night I arrived at Skull Island. No one was there to greet me, with the exception of Miss Midwinter, the housekeeper. A woman of stern countenance and iron will, and I was terrified. Perhaps if the boatman had not been blind and mute, some of my fears might have been lessened.
But alas, that was not to be. Why was the bell in the abandoned tower ringing? I wondered, did it foretell some dreaded happening? It wasn't the warmest of welcomes for a governess of 16. What would I encounter here in this strange house of ancient rocks and dark motions? Who's there? Who's there, I say? Wait, please don't wait. Hurry!
Right behind you.
The moment we stretched.
The killer's out there. He's a bad man as well as a fool.
Falling asleep like an innocent child. Better put this Afghan on him. Rita said it gets quite chilly on the island. She'll be fine. People murder for one of three reasons, Chandler.
I'm listening.
Profit, revenge.
What's the third reason?
I forget, but it'll come to me.
We've searched everywhere. Not sighted an intruder.
Maybe the others have found something outside.
Not so, they're upstairs.
They were supposed to have been outside.
The rain forced them in.
What'd you two discover?
Oh, sorry.
There's an embroidered bedsheet over the dead man.
Perhaps in gesture of contrition, killer replaced the embroidered bedsheet over deceased.
An embroidered bedsheet does seem a bit extravagant. After all, plain one would have done as well.
Suggest we consider motive behind placing an embroidered bedsheet over the cooling body of Rick Carlin, possibly lead to killer's identity.
You guys belong in the museum. The old doll had Rita throw the Linton over the thing.
One less clue to consider.
Louis, I don't even think you can blind yourself in the dark.
It ain't raining as much as before.
Or sugar. Gotta watch that action. Sneaks up and ain't looking, steals a kiss.
I don't steal. I don't steal no more. I'm reforming.
What do you mean?
What's the matter with her? Who? Miss Maple.
Bless me, sincere.
She's awful still. Please don't wake her, she's exhausted.
Is it any wonder?
Where's Lindsay?
Lindsay? He's outside washing his hands.
Out, damn spot! Out, I say!
Huh?
Shakespeare? Macbeth? Act 5, Scene 1. Lady Macbeth used to wash away the blood of guilt.
Huh?
Why would man wash hands when he had just entered house from storm?
Maybe they're dirty. She don't look right to me though.
Who?
Who've all been talking about Miss Maple?
She's napping, I tell you.
Should we make her? Old people need sleep. Leave her be.
Any luck?
Nah. I discovered exactly nothing.
It's another one. And look at what?
The green, it fell off the mantle. It's broken like the first one.
Most interesting.
How about to calm our nerves, we get up a rubber bridge?
Sounds like a good idea.
Attention.
I'll be dummy.
Branches! Didn't any of you realize I was murdered?
We thought you were asleep.
Shots rang out. I was slumped over. A figure ring fell off the mantle.
What's going on here?
I'll tell you what's going on. You're all a bunch of incompetents. I arranged for Haversham to fire some blanks to test your knowledge, and alas, you all failed miserably. But ladies and gentlemen, you have disappointed me profoundly.
But it was just part of the charade, right?
That, Charity, is self-evident. Since everything has proven slightly absurd, I'm starting to doubt the man in the cellar is truly deceased.
It's deceased.
Take our word for it.
Then I shall see for myself. Get the key, Haversham. Yes, ma'am. Idiots!
She's annoyed.
Really? I hope that doesn't mean she's forgotten about bookstores.
Better think up a way to calm her down.
You all must be famished. There's some food that's sealed in this container. We might eat it. No one can tamper with it.
Well, I am hungry.
So am I. I'll go see it at once.
One moment.
What is it, Mr. Tan?
The name is Fan, not Tan Louis. Fan. This is a fan. Think of fan. Who's one on a hot day? Fan. F-A-N. Understand?
I'm not a child. You had something to say to me.
Must be obvious to all that the killer is one of us.
Stop you say that.
We'll explain.
Do.
Why would sweetheart and heartless jockey take job at Ravenswood Manor?
Talking about the murder at the Kentucky Derby?
I am.
The jockey wasn't heartless. He was headless.
Leave Miss Owlsbarrel to be mad sweetheart.
That's ridiculous.
Also believe that Africa Owlsbarrel was sweetheart of Rick Carlisle, and when he wished to end friendship, was struck down, as was unfortunate jockey.
You mean?
There is murderer,
You mean?
fascinating and scrupulous.
You mean?
Mabel Dupree.
What's everyone staring at?
You are Mabel Dupree. You murdered Rick Carlisle.
I don't want another mistake.
Here is photo from newspaper of unhappy jockey and mad sweetheart. Note positive resemblance.
Rubbish.
It's like this case is closed.
Case closed.
Louis,
Yes?
the woman in this photo is a black woman. This also is not a black woman.
What a meatball. No wonder your books are going out of print.
Let me see photo. You are not mad sweetheart.
Maybe I'm not sweetheart, but I am certainly mad. You're it. You fool. Why are we here talking about the Kentucky Derby when Miss Maple is angry at the lot of us? Rita, please forgive this, what did you call him? I called Mr. Fan a fool. Please forgive this fool. Would you mind getting Miss Maple from the wine cellar? You ought to be locked up. Menace!
Louis, you're one in a million.
You do get carried away. 2 wrong deductions in one night is quite enough.
When all the hens cluck, who can hear? The rooster.
Well, I understand the recording accused me of murder.
Yeah.
Easily explained. How? Since I've never actually murdered anyone real, that is, it must have...
He's dead. Quite dead. There can be no mistake. I might be able to shed some light on this grisly affair.
Hey, Jim. Rita, what I told you was in confidence.
I don't think we have any right to keep it secret any longer.
You mean about how Bishop's baby specker? How do you know?
I told his father.
Rasham is not homicidal.
But the hatchet?
Hatchet. Aha! We're back to the hat box.
Nothing of the sort. Haversham? Hatchet? I seem to recall the case. Didn't she try to break into a safety deposit box by chopping through the bank's outer walls with a hatchet?
She made some such attempt. But I didn't get away with it, and I'm done with my time. I'd appreciate it too if you only talk about me when I was. And I mean, it's only polite.
Sorry.
Who is?
Charity, you were saying something.
Well, I've never actually murdered someone, of course. So it must have meant a popular character in one of my books.
I remember you had a character by the name of Jumbo. A great dumb shit.
I got bored with him and knocked him off of print. There was a public outcry and critics said I murdered Jumbo.
Is there anything else? Oh, as I was playing jokes here and there, someone was doing the same with the recordings.
Well, I think there's something with the recording. Since my murder wasn't real, I think none of our crimes were real at all. In fact, Mr. Louis, why don't you explain Night in Shanghai to us?
No, nothing.
Louis, remember the stakes. Survival.
Night in Shanghai does not refer to holiday in Orient. It was to be used as title for rival writer. I used it first. He never forgave me.
Well, my murder wasn't real. Night in Shanghai is nothing more than a book title. What about you, Miss Carlyle? Me? What does tulip signify? Tulip was a dog. He was the sweetest little puppy you ever saw. I wanted to buy him, but the pet shop owner refused. He was adamant. He was going to sell him to a disagreeable and harsh army major. Rick and I could bear the thought of it, so we...
Dog nappers!
We changed Tulip's name to Napoleon, so no one would know. We were always afraid. How would it look like on the society page?
What's your dark secret, Chandler?
Might have to.
Chandler?
Well, before I became a detective writer, I had another job. I was a literary critic.
Critic? That is foul.
Well, there's no sense of asking me what happened when the playing fields are beaten. I haven't the slightest idea.
Don't you see? The recording is a joke. Our crimes aren't crimes at all. Indiscretions, perhaps, nothing more.
I have something to say. We have to figure out who had the motive and opportunity to knock off Carl. Figure out who the killers. We do everything.
Does anyone else have anything to confess? What about that? What is that?
It's a telephone.
There's no telephone on Turkey Island.
Yes!
It's coming from over here. There's no telephone on the desk.
Well, answer it.
Who's calling? Who's calling?
What did they say?
I would rather not repeat what I heard. The language was quite crude.
I've seen phone call at this hour.
We also have to figure out what we're calling. Who had the motive and who had the opportunity to knock off? I'll get it. Chandler, Marlo speaking, you pinheads. I have ways to track the phone calls. And when I figure out, who you are, I'm gonna rearrange your face. You're gonna be breathing through your navel. Oh, you think you're man enough, Buster? I'll just remind you, Chandler, Marlo. Can you explain yourself? How is that one, Chandler?
Oh, yes, Mr. Marlowe. Do you mind explaining?
You want us to keep it a straw, didn't you?
But the telephone rang.
I got a really Buster in my pocket.
Shall I answer it? Do shut up, you silly girl.
Better tell it all, Chandler. Yeah, go ahead, Rita.
Rita, what do you have to do with this?
I'm Chandler's secretary.
You?
When Miss Mabel advertised for a social secretary for 1 month, Chandler had me apply.
I already have my invitation, so I thought it'd be a great opportunity to have some laughs.
Murder is no laughing matter.
Interesting theory, but Louis Fan is not buying. Hot box undoubtedly contains bulldart that sounds for Carlisle.
Hey!
Behold! Murder weapon.
What's in there?
A head. Head of cabbage.
Can't be.
It's in a full sentence.
Oh,
Head of cabbage is food for thought.
everything seems to be falling into place. Well, you forgot one thing in this case. Sister White. She didn't confess to any indiscretion. Yet she knows this house inside and out.
What?
Why do you say that? Because I saw you coming out of that back wall. There's a secret passage behind it.
Secret password. Now we're getting somewhere.
I quite agree with Chandler. Intentionally, you must always look for the unexpected. With the naked eye, you cannot see the invisible snakes that exist in every glass of water. What? With the invisible crocodiles in every spoonful of soup.
Soup?
With the invisible dolphins in every drop of it.
What are you getting at?
I'm merely wish to point out that we must use a microscope to mine when we investigate.
Enough of that drivel. Invisible crocodiles, indeed.
But the secret passageway.
I suppose there's no point in continuing the deception. Truth of the matter is, I'm not Sister Light.
What?
Bessie,
Who are you?
a strolling minstrel, I said. I'm an actor.
Actor?
I'm doing a new radio series on Sister White, so I persuaded the real invitee to allow me to take her place, to get inside the mind of Sister White, to act and react as she would.
I never invite actors.
Marina, the secret passageway.
Actually, it's not a secret passageway. Honor had a flair for eccentric architecture. It leads down to the wine cellar.
Oh, is that where the other door is?
You didn't know?
Ravenswood Manor is my home. I merely rented it for a few weeks for the speaking party.
See that?
Oh, the helicopter! Helicopter!
Please be so believe. Can you see it? Can you see the police?
Maybe
Why?
it's not the dock or over the house.
I think it's through the kitchen out that
We
way.
can signal with something.
Wait!
Wait.
What the-
It's moving. It's moving.
Oh, God.
Wait. I don't.
Wait, this? I thought you were dead. Good Lord, it's Rick Carlisle.
Impossible!
You're dead.
I too thought of a joke that would be amusing. So there being one Rick Carlisle, there would be two.
Two.
Rick's twin brother. He's the one down in the wine cellar.
I was going to confuse everyone. Be two places at once. Only someone got to me to finish me off.
You mean your brother, don't you?
That's right. Only the murderer didn't know that he had made a mistake. So I decided to stay out of sight and learn what I could.
What did you learn?
Nothing.
I'll take it from here.
Take
What?
The investigation. I saw Rick and his brother talking in town. Rick's brother is a con artist. If he was coming to Ravenswood Manor, he was planning to steal.
Who are you?
I'm.
Got this.
Farrell Lake.
Top detective of Frisco Force.
That's San Francisco Force.
Yeah, get that.
Ryan. The picking would be nice. Some jewelry, wallets. Who knows what else?
Hi. You want something? Your apron seems a little. Oh, yeah. Finally, I've been waiting.
Come here, Rick. Dog.
Whoa!
Wait.
Jessica, I got I killed the wrong man, but I won't make that mistake a second time. Who are you, miss?
Mabel.
Mabel! Oh, Rick, where's the real Haversham? Probably in Canada by now. He gave her $200 to pay burglaries. I won't be able to. The very reports the parole people. I wouldn't shoot. He made a fool of me. No one walks out on Mabel Dupree. I killed one man already. What does another one matter? Rick, she's not this step!
What a woman!
You're a wonder.
I'll take her in.
Dude.
Then what's that helicopter out for?
Oh, Christy.
It's flying around the boat to see if I need any assistance. It's gonna have one unexpected passenger. I'm taking you with Mabel.
Well, get her out of here. I don't. I don't have anything to worry about. Not if there's 12 men on the jury. Whew. Everything has been explained satisfactorily.
I wish Dawn would get here.
Look! It's done! Oh my god! That means that means the boat can come! Well,
Shopping.
Wait. All right. I don't want to be in this place another minute.
Let's get our luggage and go. I didn't bring any luggage. Maybe I can catch a ride with Farrell Link.
He's my kind of man.
Aw, man. Should never trust a game.
see if you can find anything on the radio other than static. I hope they'll send someone for the dead man in the wine cellar. Good night. Pete.
We interrupt this program of light chamber music to bring you a special bulletin. A dangerous murderer has escaped from the Marin County Institute for the Criminally Insane. Known only as the Killer of 40 Faces, the prisoner seized a rowboat at dawn and was last seen heading into a fog bank.
Turn that off. Whew. We don't want to go through that again.
Thank you, thank you. You've been wonderful. The Clash, I love it. All right. Hello, guys. Thank you for spending time with us in Ravenswood Manor. Because this is our final performance, I just need you to indulge me for a few moments because I want to thank, obviously, not only the wonderful cast of students, young people here before you, who truly became their characters in this show, but also the numerous folks behind the scenes who, without their efforts, we would not have had this production. So first, I want to thank everyone who participated in the tech crew, in the constructions in the building. We've been coming Saturday afternoons for the last month and a half to do this. So everyone who was involved in that, thank you. And that includes parent volunteers as well, though we would not have had the set constructed. So thank you so much. Next, and I would like everyone to come out and take the bow in front of us. Our Stella and our wonderful house staff of ushers, usherettes, and even if any of the ROTC folks are still here as well, please come on down. Take your bow. You know, the young faces that swindle money from you, these people.
It's an ROTC.
And I heard they gave you a playbill that had Jim Morrison in it. That's not on me. It's not on me. That was all them. Next, those who have had a real adventure this last week and this past weekend, and they have stuck through it like troopers, and they provided the incredible lights and sound. I'd like to have Ethan, Hannah, and Mackenzie come on down. They were under the steady hand of Mr. Rooney the entire time. Yeah! All that lightning, this gentleman. Well, hey, you know, he thought the lights were going to go out. So he's a good man. Our incredible crew. Can I have Adonis, Aubrey, and Emmett come on out? The people in black. That they just sign up just because they want to wear black. I think they're just goths and they're pretending to be people. Our costume and makeup team of Hallie and Sayuri. Our wonderful, this was a prop-heavy show if you didn't notice, including the Viscous and Sherry, which ended up in some interesting places this evening. Audrey and Raina, our prop masters. And the two folks who were backstage running the show, queuing, air traffic control, and everything in between. First, my assistant stage manager, Elena. And the stage manager for this show, the wonderful Glenn. Overall, thanks to everyone in the school who supported us, folks who volunteered, donated, helped out. Again, we would not have had a show without you. It takes a village, and that village did the right job. And even the lovely custodial staff, right on cue, right on cue. Thank you, cheers. Apologies for the spilled sherry. All right, very good. Please stay tuned for future performances. We're hoping to do some improv shows with our improv troupe. And hopefully you noticed in the playbill, our big spring musical coming next year, Mamma Mia. So until then, thank you again for supporting performing arts here at Mineola Charter School. Please have a great night. We appreciate your applause and love and dedication. And get home safe. Cheers. Louis Prime, Louis Prime. Louis. Did we make them sing happy birthday again? No, we've already sang happy birthday.
We should do it again.
Thank you. All right. We sang happy birthday. Take the bow. Take the bow. They're supposed to bring the balloon out. Poor baby Theo.
Connor! Why are you so tall? Why are you so tall?
Not real.
Why are you...
Not real. Not real. I used to call you. Wait, speak. I don't want to. Hey, look. Where's that guy?